To see you guys here. Welcome in. Good morning. Good morning on TikTok as well. Ohio. I know, isn't it weird? Time is so not normal right now. It's like I had to like really deeply look at the calendar today and be like, am I going live? Is this real? It doesn't feel real. But it is a Friday and we are going live. What a gift that is. Yes. Yes, you can book today. So I think Jessica already got on the list. I can get Astrid on the list. Anyone else that wants to get on? Time has felt very strange. Book one but recorded one. Excellent. I saw that this morning. I will make sure to do that. Yeah. I have something to show y'all that I think is very exciting. And you'll see it the more that I do my work. But it's the sword. Ha 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 ha, the sword. And I'm really excited that it's going to be showing every time that we're doing healing. That just makes me happy. Thank you. The sword. It's Joan of Arc's sword. Because Joan of Arc has, she's a part of me. Really, she is. She's like I'm here to like do something with her. Like me and her were one. But the other reason I wanted to get this, hello Grand Rising. The other reason I wanted to get this was because of the sword of the Spirit, which is the Word of God. And what is the Word of God? It is the everlasting Word and communication and life that moves through us. Every time that I'm communicating and speaking, that's the Word of God. Because I am the temple of the living God here and now. And words cut sharper than sticks and stones. Words cut deep. Yeah. I'll take the new session as my birthday cake, a spiritual one. I love that so much. I'm so excited to do that session for you. I probably will do it tomorrow, just to let you know, on your birthday. I'll be tuning into that energy with you. So thank you to everyone that's here, by the way. Welcome in. Come back in. Let's get back into this routine of doing lives 3 days a week. Hi, welcome in, beautiful. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Good to see you all. Let's clear this energy. I was so lost, didn't realize I commented on YouTube. That's hilarious. That's so funny. Oh, yes, love you too. Hello, beautiful. How are you? Grand Rising, beautiful souls. It's been wild, isn't it? It's cold. Y'all, how was your day? Wait, the last 2 days we haven't had electricity or running water. And it's hot outside. And there was a tornado warning. Like, what the heck is that? What is that? We got our electricity back on at about 4:20 a.m. All the lights turned back on, and then I was up for about another hour and a half. But glad that it's back on. Glad that my fan was able to be turned on. Sitting in the fields. Oh, exhausted and sitting in the fields. I know. Well, I'm just glad. I'm just glad that what was I gonna say? Oh, that I can get on live today, because if I didn't have the electricity, then the Wi-Fi wouldn't be on, and then I wouldn't be able to go live on YouTube. But it also would phone overheat like it did that one day on Monday, I think was it. Wow, this week is weird. What a weird week, everyone. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? What a weird freaking week. Trees fell down and stuff. Oh no, in Iowa. Oh, sending you so much love. Sending you so much love. I just want to clear out some of the air in the collective, because I can feel that there's like this little bit of chaos. Yeah, a little bit of a roller coaster week, isn't it? Since the full moon, oh my gosh, I can't even remember what the full moon was or when it was. Was that the one at the end of May? A lot of chaos, huh? We've been stirring things up. This is what I said in that last live on Monday is like we're being called to go into some forms of density to stir it up. Like we're this spinning high frequency being that is going into low density, even with our high frequency, and then going, let's stir everything up and get that all riled up so it goes up in the air. You sent on Cash App. Excellent, Katie. So we have Jessica, Astrid, and Katie. We have two more spots open, maybe one. Maybe one. Thank you to those on YouTube that are being nice and respectful. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. So, right now, we're just tuning into the collective energy and we're just feeling out what's going on in the world, what's going on in consciousness. So, I really want you guys to really sink into your body at this time. I'm going to change the music. Sink into your body and what are you feeling and where and maybe why, but maybe not why. Why can sometimes get us in our head. What am I feeling? I'm feeling. That's okay. I'm feeling a little bit in my temples. I'm feeling a little bit in the back of my head. So that's what I've been a little bit like, ooh, trying to figure out how to ground this information in, trying to be in my body, being present without escaping. I'm also feeling a little bit down here, maybe in the stomach or the womb area. And I think it's continuing to drop down. So let's just notice the energy body dropping deeply into the throat, the heart, the solar, the sacral. I love that for you so much. Getting a haircut is so liberating. And the root, feeling into the root, pushing down from the root into the hips, thighs, back of thighs, knees, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet. Grand rising, welcome in. Grounding down. Feel that energy releasing out of the head. If you need to shake your head a little bit, please do. We want to get out any inflammation that's kind of going on up here from overthinking, overanalyzing, tuning into the chaos mentally. And just allow your body to naturally know how to harmonize the chaos through your nervous system. But if we're just stuck in here, we're not giving our body the opportunity to show us how good it is at regulating. Good. So that's important right now. We're going to continue to use gravity towards as a guide here, as a gift to bring this energy down into the earth, going down through our roots, deeper and deeper into the mycelium network, letting the old energy go into the mushrooms, letting them eat away and bringing in new life. Yes, we are doing a bit of energy circulation or moving energy in our body to stay grounded during this time because there's a lot of chaos or things that we can tune into as chaos. Maybe you're not experiencing chaos, but some of us are. One thing that I experienced yesterday is is when I was getting this tattoo. This tattoo was kind of gifted to me by a high school friend, a real close friend in high school, and I didn't have like I didn't keep people close to me because I just knew that I was meant for more than my high school. So I didn't really engage in a lot of things in high school. Um, it's just weird. I subconsciously knew that I was meant to detach from that area, from that school, once I got into college and I did that. Um, but anyways, this friend was asking me all about what I do now, and the work that I do and the impact that I made, and even the Mary Magdalene trip and what that meant for me, and all of that stuff. She was asking me really deep, pretty quantum questions actually, and I was answering them like I would anyone that would ask me those questions. And she seemed very open and receptive to hearing them. And I see a little robin out there, it's so adorable. And then after the tattoo, she was like, "Do you want to go hang out?" Like, we just went and hung out in my van, and she plays electric guitar, so she was showing me certain things I was trying to learn how to play a little bit more. Um, it was really beautiful. We just had like a little moment, and then she brought out a tarot deck. And she was like, "Do you know how to use these?" And I was like, "Yes, I do." And then we did a little reading, and then a little healing, because she was like, "So do you see like auras?" And I was like, "Yeah, like let you want me to tune in or whatever." So we did that, and it was just really beautiful. And the whole time she was like, "I feel like I should be paying you for this session." And I'm like, "No, like you're doing incredible work. Like this is like the detail is incredible. It's immaculate. It's so beautiful. I hope you guys can see that. It's so good." But anyways, after we got out of that moment, I hit this instant wall of holy shit. Holy shit. Did I just talk to someone from my high school about the work that I do? And was that okay? And was that safe? And was that too much? So that was something that was like really uncomfortable for me. I like, and this happened a lot on the Mary Magdalene trip too, where I would open up about something, I would be seen in something, and then I would go into this like, hermit, this is scary, is this allowed? And that was just so intimidating to me to be seen by my high school friends, because again, I was never open about anything. I just wasn't. I was very like I was very confident in high school, but even she was like, "I never even assumed that you even liked anyone or you would ever even date anyone." Like, she was like, "You just were so set in your ways and you had your own ideas and you just went after it." And I still am that type of person. But it's weird to talk about my struggles that happened in college and my struggles of life and not wanting to be here and not wanting to be alive, and then transforming into being this energy healer. It's such a weird life. It's such a wild experience. And having to see myself communicate this from someone that knew me in high school, from someone that knew me all the way throughout my life from a young age, was violently intimidating to me. Ooh, someone from my past witnessing my present. Oh my gosh. It was so intimidating. But the weirdest thing was she kept mentioning how confident I was. And like, awesome, that's great and all, that's great. But then she also kept mentioning like, how do you balance out your ego? Like, how do you balance out knowing that you're doing something really amazing but still staying humble? And I was like, I think we have to use the ego as we have to use the ego as a translator, right? The ego is important in our field. It's just a matter of learning how to use the ego not out of fear or not out of the space of being better than others, but using the ego as an impact, right? If we have a large aura, we're going to have a large ego. That's just simultaneously how it goes. Yes, learning how to use it in a healthy way, because the ego is a protective field. And so we have to just learn how to tell the ego it is safe. You don't always have to be on guard. You don't always have to prove yourself. You don't always have to do these things, but allow yourself to experience confidence. Allow yourself to experience knowing your worth, and that's really important. And she's a really amazing tattoo artist, and so I think she knows how good she is, and so that's why she kept bringing this up of like, I don't want to be egotistical, I want to stay humble, I want to stay humble. And I've said this too on it's really funny because on the Mary Magdalene trip, this was my whole intention. I was like, I want to be humble, stay humble, but I had to also learn that there's necessity in using that power of your ego, and necessity in using the power of your strength of your aura, and allowing people to see you in all of that instead of just constantly trying to self diminish. There's a necessity in being confident. So we were talking about that. And then again, after I just got in my head, I'm like, am I too egotistical? Is this like blah, blah, blah? I was like freaking out yesterday. I told my hairdresser what I do. Oh, I love that. Oh, I love that. That's beautiful. But anyways, so that was like a really interesting experience to like work with that idea of ego and humility, and learning that sometimes when we're trying to self-degrade or we're trying to keep ourselves humble, we're actually just self-sabotaging. And I needed to see her do that in order for me to learn about myself. And so it's like it's always weird because as a teacher and as a healer and as a student, I'm always learning. So while I was talking to her, it sounded like I knew everything that I was talking about. It sounded like I was really in the teacher mode, but I was learning right alongside of her. And that's what always is like a weird thing for me when I'm channeling and when I'm giving information is I'm learning too. I'm human too. I'm experiencing these things right alongside of everyone else. And so and that's what I was saying as well, is like I am constantly humbled by spirit working with me. I'm constantly humbled by being human. I'm constantly humbled by all of these beautiful experiences, but I also love being humbled. I love the experience of being human. And so the humanity part of me constantly is showing up, and that's exactly what happened right after I got out of that session with her and I went home and I sunk into this like holy shit. That's crazy. And this like doubt and this insecurity came up, and that was me being also humbled in that moment. But it wasn't me necessarily needing to humble myself. There's natural consequence. There's natural waves of learning how to open the aura and come back to self. This is something I've been working on a lot, again on that Mary Magdalene trip, was allowing myself to be really seen, and also knowing when to come back to self, knowing when to really deeply just be in the human state. Oh, okay. Let me close the list. Let me close the list. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for saying that. Whew, list is closed. I get into my channel mode, and sometimes I'm not looking at the screen. So thank you so much, Jessica. So we had Jamie and Trina. Um, Jessica, did you want to go first? Do 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 do. She sent a year ago. OMG. Trina, how interesting. How about you send me a DM, love, and we can work on that. We can make something happen. Yeah, we can do that. Astrid, we can do Astrid first if that's okay with you, Jessica. And that works out perfect because, oh, you said you'll go last. Excellent. That works out perfect anyways because I only wanted to do 4 healings, so excellent. So we have Astrid, Katie, Jamie, and Jessica, and we'll start at 10:30. We're still going to kind of play in the collective a little bit here, talking about what I'm learning, what I'm going through. But also, counterbalancing everything that we're going through together. Um, so anyways, that was just like a very interesting moment of sinking into doubt, something that's very, very fascinating. Thank you for that gift. And I keep hearing, because this is, and I want to reference this tattoo a lot because, of course, Joan of Arc is a part of me. I'm here to, in a lot of ways, finish a soul cycle of hers. Um, but again, it's the sword of the Spirit, which is the Word of God. And I say that not in the context of the Word of God being the biblical text, because I have found the way that I have deconstructed from Christianity was from biblical text, was from the mistranslations, and was from realizing that there was a lot of threads that I just pulled one little thread, and everything in Christianity kind of unfolded for me in this deconstruction. And so now I'm reconstructing what that looks like to be a Christed follower, and what that looks like to connect with the Word of God. And like I said, the Word of God is the living God. It is the living Word that is moving through you when you're communicating, when you're channeling, when you're connecting with the Holy Spirit. It is the Word of God that creates life in front of you. Trina, I'm just not sure or remembering if it was a year ago. I think we would have maybe had a conversation or something like that. So if you just DM me and let me know. what's going on or what the situation was, and whatever, we can just make it work. No worries at all, love. Not a worry in the world. Yeah, that is something that does happen quite a bit, Trina. So be aware of fake accounts as well. They'll send yeah, that there's a large chance that that might have happened. But anyways, anyways. So if you'd like, you could DM me. Anywho, let's go into this collective a bit deeper. I'm going to open up this lower area. Thank you, 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 thank you. I really deeply connect with that. Oh, the other reason about this was because the other day my mom was teaching Sunday school at church. She was sitting in the dining room. I think maybe I talked about this. I don't remember if I did or not. She was sitting in the dining room and she was just like really contemplating, and she like prays out loud. And I'm like, what are you thinking about? You know? She was like, I'm teaching this Sunday school about how you're not supposed to mistranslate the Bible and things like that, and you're not supposed to change any parts of the Bible. Um, and then she went into saying, but in the 400s, they chose like 66 books, but those were the ones that was chosen by God. And I'm like, how? Why do you think that those ones specifically were the ones chosen by God? There's still books that got taken out, such as Mary Magdalene, such as the Gospel of Thomas, such as Pistis Sophia. All of these books that are very in reverence of the divine, very in reverence with God. She was just contemplating, like she didn't really have an answer, and it was very interesting that she was meant to teach this for young kids, teaching the young kids not to mistranslate text. But again, when I had talked to her about, my deconstruction, why I had to deconstruct from Christianity was because of the mistranslations of homosexuality in 1946, changed from pedophilia to homosexuality. That really fucked me up. That, and it hurt a lot of people that translation happened. So mistranslation in biblical text has always been such a point of controversy because there's been so many translations of what the gospels has been. But what I know to be true within myself is that the gospels are within, and is that the holy temples of Christ is within, and is that the God within us is constantly flowing and communicating and talking within. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God, John 1:1. How was there a physical biblical text in the beginning? That doesn't make sense. Okay, so the Word is Jesus. So then Jesus, or the Christed energy, was in the beginning. Therefore, when you're talking about the Word of God, you're just talking about the Christed energy or the crystalline consciousness. In the beginning was crystalline consciousness. And that is ever flowing through us at this time. That was a lot. These are recorded on YouTube. These are recorded. This one is. This one is recorded. The last couple weren't, but this one should be. So that's just something that I think is very, very fascinating, and why I hold a little bit of extra reverence towards the sword of the Spirit, which is the Word of God. Also, growing up every single day before we got excellent, every single day before we went to school, I'm very, very grateful for this. Again, my mom is very spiritual. She is very connected in with prayer. She's a prayer warrior. But she would put on the armor of God, like the breastplate of righteousness, the shoes of the preparation of the gospel of peace, the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, the helmet of salvation, the belt of truth. All of these things we would put on our body before we went to school. Really beautiful work. Really, really quite beautiful, and still very beneficial to this day. Yeah. So we would say that every single day before school. And you know what, as I've recognized now, there is part of me that's like, well, I don't necessarily need to be guarded in that way. I don't necessarily need to have this protective force around me because I don't feel like I'm at attack. But I do think that there's benefit. I do think there's benefit at learning that and learning how to use spiritual protection. And the Bible shared that. The Bible shared spiritual protection and how to use it, which is all energetics, which is the work that we're doing now. The work that we're constantly doing is energy work and figuring out what is best for us at this time. Oh, you're so welcome. So that's something that's just very, very fascinating. The sword of the Spirit, which is the Word of God, which is the living word that is constantly flowing through you, which is the voice that you have, which is the vibration of tone. The Big Bang is a big vibration, it's a sound frequency that created life. Sound is word. Word is light. Light is all. We can go into so much of that because everything really ultimately comes back to light and sound. Sound is the first thing that we ever learn in our body as a feces. Nope. Feces? Nope. That's not the right word. As a baby. Is that, what's the word? What's the word? Feces is not the right word. Fetus. As a fetus. The first sense as a species and fetus put together is feces. Anyways, no. The first thing that we learn as a baby, as a fetus in our body is sound. We learn how to stay connected with the sound of our mother's heartbeat, to regulate in resonance with the mother. So if the mother's heartbeat is out of resonance, the child naturally will learn how to beat out of resonance. This is why we've created generations and generations of people that are disconnected from their bodies, are disconnected from reality, because of the natural harmonics from one to another, that we're passing down harmony. And if our harmony is out of balance, if our coherence is out of balance, whilst holding child will also have to experience out of balance heartbeat or out of balance coherence. And they will have to do the work to come into balance, to come into harmony. So we're all doing that work right now as a young species of humanity. We're learning how to come into harmonics. This is why sound healing is so important. This is struggling. Yes. I don't know if any of you guys have ever done past life regressions within the womb where you're remembering the womb space. I have done this before where I've remembered what it was like to be in the womb, and that was such an interesting feeling. Our babies hold our womb wisdom and pain. Absolutely. So anyways, that's the first thing that they learn how to be in harmony with. The first thing that fetuses are learning is harmony, heartbeat, coherence, love, consistency, structure. All of these things are learned through hearing the heart beating. But they can also hear the mother's tone of voice. That's the first thing that they're hearing. So I just think that that's important. If sound is so important, it makes sense that it's the first thing that we learn. And it's also interesting that sight is literally the last sense that we learn. We finally come out and we open our eyes and we're like, holy shit, it's bright out here. What the heck is this? This is crazy. We start crying, screaming. But also, why is that? Why is that the first thing that we do is cry? Because it's our first inclination. The first thing that humans are called to do is to learn to communicate. I came into the world and I felt cold and searching for love. Yes. So I've talked about this before. A baby horse comes out and it knows how to walk because it's the thing that it needs to know how to do. Humans come out and it cries because it's the thing that it needs to learn how to do. Communication is a great key. Coming back to communication, coming back to word, coming back to the word of God. Crying is like singing. It is so expressive. It is so emotional. Humans experience such emotion, such life. Anyway, so that's our little collective thing this morning. Hope that was expansive for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that little conversation about the word of God, the sounds of God that are constantly moving through you, that are constantly coming into harmony. This is why sound healing, again, sound healing is so important. It's so beautiful. It's so necessary. Sing to yourself here and there. It's a great gift. All right, let's go into these individual sessions. We have Astrid up first. Astrid, how are you doing this morning? Or this day, whatever time it is where you're at. I didn't put deodorant on today, so I'm glad you guys are not near me. Sound saves me every day. It absolutely does, Katie. I can't wait to come visit you sometime. I've been thinking about it a lot. I've been really getting visions about rivers a lot. A lot. But the rivers, I'm also doing a lot of work with abundance and allowing myself to experience more abundance, and so I work a lot with rivers for that. I know we actually do. Double night, very tired. Ooh. Okay, let's get into it then, love. This is just an intuitive 25-minute session with Astrid. What a gift it is to be alive, isn't it, you guys? What a gift it is to be alive. I'm so grateful to be here. So grateful to have you guys here. Just overjoyed. Overjoyed to be alive. Let me get some coffee, some water. Let's get into it. Always such a blessing. Every single day, a brand new day to be alive, to be excited, to be present, to be whole, to be embodied. Such a gift. What a gift. And I got a tattoo. How cool is that? And today I have another tattoo appointment. Crazy. This was for Joni. The one that I have today is for Mary Magdalene. It's a rose. Going on my leg. All right, let's get into it. Let me get my energy ready and we'll get started, Astrid. Should I bring back the heart chakra merch? Would y'all buy it? All right, Astrid, put a heart in the chat when you're ready and we'll get started. Thank you to everyone that is being respectful in the chat on YouTube and on TikTok. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you for being here. This is a 25-minute session. You can stick around to receive whatever you'd like from the session. Put a hand on heart, put a hand on belly. We'll take 3 deep breaths in together. Take a deep breath in. Okay, they're just showing me this huge vortex that your field is in and your field is kind of playing. And I'm wondering what they're wanting me to do with it. I feel your heart really quite expanding right now as well, but there's also some like there's some movement in there as well in the heart. There's it's like they're tweaking stuff in your heart and it can feel like it's like literally becoming a new heart. I think I said in the last session that we did together, there's like these old scales of your heart that's coming off. And so a new heart is being born. But in that, it's so like, just like a little baby fetus, it's like so sensitive and it's so new to these things around you. But in that, they're showing me a dragon's heart. In that, it's like creating such a strong energetic vortex around you. Like it's a stronger Taurus field than I've ever seen you have before. And it's deeply empowering. You're experiencing a lot of empowering energy from your team and from your guides. And I'm seeing Isis and Hathor and um, sun god Ra, as well as Anubis. So very Egyptian energy here, as well as dragon energy. Have we talked? We talked about you being a portal or a vortex or a stargate. Ah, that's what it is. It's the stargate energy that's really opening up inside of you. And I'm seeing all of these like beings, like specifically dragons, because dragons are always surrounding stargates as a protective form and a protective energy. These dragons are very much working with your field. They're lighting you up. So this is just what your aura is showing me. I want to ask Spirit if there's anything that I need to do here. They're almost asking you to learn how to hone this, kind of coming back to center here as well. Let me open it. Open, 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 open. I know, it's really strong, isn't it, Ramona? Whenever we're working with Astrid, there's a lot of really beautiful energies that come through. It's so strong. Okay, let me see. Like, they're not wanting me to necessarily do anything here. Let me bring more light down and see what comes through. Okay, so they're almost asking you to slow down your current. You're like you're really fast spinning, and it can almost stir up some energetic chaos. But they're saying you're allowed to slow it down. You're allowed for this to be easy, and it's going to make communication a bit easier when you're more present in your vortex. Again, if you're new to this type of work, anyone else in this collective, just sit back and listen, follow along, see what resonates. This is a very deep and quantum type of energy work. Okay, down in that root chakra, we're kind of just slowing it down. Just feel your like current just coming into more calmness. Calamity. I didn't even say the words of the day today. We'll do that after this. Feel that relaxing in the root. Slowing down. They're showing me a hot tub again. This happens a lot with you. They're always showing me hot tubs for some reason. They're like, get in the water. Relax your muscles. There is actually something about relaxing your muscles and fascia. Feels like you're releasing a lot out of your physical body right now. So it could even be like, you could even get like shakes. The wind is blowing really hard right now. You could get physical shaking. Oh, tomorrow you're in the. Oh, wow. Let me close this window real quick. It's that loud for some reason. Okay, so there's something about your energy that's being prepared for this retreat. I think that's what it is. And so they're saying because you're so energetically in tune with everything in life, there is necessity as you're going in Italy, as you're going around other people, as you're being in a different location, for you to not be so overwhelmed by everything around you. And that's where you can slow down your current and you can step more into observation mode. Do you see what I'm saying? They're wanting you to slow down your current. Not all the time, because there's going to be times where you're working with the grid, and your energy is going to ask you to speed up. But once you're done doing like a little session energetically, they're going to ask you to come back into stillness. And that's necessary for you to integrate, because normally when we're integrating, we're often by ourselves, or we're in our own home, and we're learning how to like be embodied. We have all of these tools around us. But if you're going to be on a retreat for 2 weeks, you're going to have to learn how to integrate directly every single day. And that's going to mean learning how to speed your energy up, but also learning how to slow it down. Okay. So that's what they're just showing me here now. I'm going to actually just bring some of your energy back into aura, back into self. I'm just feeling you really close to your body right now. Your aura is going to expand quite a bit. We want to come to center first. You're going to do a lot of really powerful grid work through your Stargate. Ooh, strong girl. You're so gifted. So grateful to have you on this planet with me, with us all. We're going to ground some of this light in, down through the crown, third eye, throat, heart, solar, sacral, root, hips, thighs, back of thighs, knees, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet, down into the earth, grounding down. Visualizing those roots extending deeper and deeper into the earth. Grounding this into the crystalline core, shifting through the crystalline consciousness, and bringing this energy up and around all of the places and the locations that you're about to go to on this retreat, wherever you're at. Oh, yes, you're talking about the place that has the pool. Oh, there's something really important in that pool. We're going to just bring up a lot of this light all around the location that you're in and will be in. And just bringing so much protective energy around your travels and around your experiences and around your nervous system. You're going to expand so much on this trip. All right, as this is coming back up, allow your energy to go back into that energetic vortex point. We just want to feel what it feels like to have that energetic control. Honing your gift. The heavens, they're saying the heavens are going to open up for you more. Like you're going to see, it's wild because I know you already see a lot, but you're going to see more, specifically working with like the heavens or the angelics. Specifically like travel angels, but a lot of angelics. There's a lot of angelic energy that's going to be working with you. Very feminine frequencies. Grand Rising, welcome in everyone. They're saying you're already very clear, like you're basically you're very ready for this. I'm just here to kind of give you a bit more insight. There's a lot of things you're going to be learning though. It's a huge upgrade for you. Specifically about like interpersonal relationships. You're going to move to Salem. That's awesome. Grand Rising, Erica, welcome in. Thank you for the heart me. Interpersonal relationships and learning how to integrate on the spot. These are things that are really important for you. Being comfortable with other people. Feeling very safe in your body. Feeling very safe to share your gifts. Because what you just had with your last partner, where you kind of were more open about, your contact, first contact type of things, and he kind of ran away from that. There's a little bit of a wounding here about you and allowing yourself to be seen spiritually and galactically. And there's something about this trip that's going to open that back up for you. It's going to open it back up for you, and you're going to allow yourself to be seen in that super gifted galactic right. Right. Need someone who isn't afraid of my abilities. Yes. There's going to be some people on this trip, though, that are going to kind of rub up against that. And there's necessity for you to learn how to overcome doubt and insecurity within self. The heart is definitely expanding. Yeah, they're saying sisterhood. You're going to be healing a lot of witch wounding or even familial wounding. There's a lot of heart expansion. Oh, I'm so excited for you, Astrid. You totally deserve this love. Bringing more unconditional love into the heart space, preparing you for what you're about to step into. Just so soft. There's such a softness here as well. Again, even as we were tuning into your vortex at first, it was like very fast, and then they were just like, slow down, be at peace. There's softness here. You're allowed to be all of you, and it doesn't have to feel chaotic. It can be so easy to be all of you. It can be so fulfilling. We're going to go down into the solar. Effortlessly being seen, effortlessness to be you. You're going to be seen really deeply. Like even like fairy energy, there people are going to see you. People are going to see you however they want to see you, right? Some people are going to see you very galactically. Some people are going to see you very as a fairy. Some people are going to see you deeply as, human. And all of those perspectives are important in how people see you, but it also ultimately doesn't matter how people see you. What matters is how you take care of yourself. Your channel is going to be heightened. It's gonna increase its capacity to channel. And you might even step into spaces where you're really channeling for the group that you're with. And that might be uncomfortable for you, but the uncomfort is beautiful, and it's gonna push you a lot. Astrid, I love this so much because it's literally like I'm watching myself. Like this is all the stuff I wish I knew before going on my trip. And it's like so beautiful that I get to like be here and like watch this for you on your trip and your initiation as a Stargate. Oh, so beautiful. There's a lot of there's going to be also a lot of dragon energy. Again, like I said, since you're a Stargate, dragons are always around the Stargates. You're going to work with them and see them a bit more. Learning how to slay the dragon, and I mean that not by killing the dragon, but riding the dragon. So there's going to be some energy, even like Kundalini energy, that's moving through your body. That can be like I feel like I just want to like shake or move or something like that. Just allow your body to receive it by riding the dragon. Again, that's deep in an analogy, but I hope that that makes sense, and it'll maybe make sense more when you're there. But there's a deep confidence that's growing. Even I just feel this excitement, like this butterfly excitement in your stomach, a little bit of nervousness, but I think it's mainly excitement. I always see light over my head like a portal at night. Interesting. Yeah, definitely makes sense. Definitely makes sense. They're bringing in some quantum sacred geometry that looks like diamonds that are going into your solar plexus. Crystalline consciousness, Christ consciousness, energy going into the solar. Embodying the Christed spirit. So, and it doesn't have to just mean, Yeshua or Mary Magdalene, but like any type of ascended master holds a Christed energy or a crystalline consciousness. There's something about you really embodying that consciousness and sharing it and leading by example through your confidence. But I really would suggest you work with Mary Magdalene a bit on this trip as well. She's calling. Oh, my Mary. Oh, I love that. Like an opening in the dark. Yes. Oh my gosh, there's so many timeline shifts and so many portals opening right now. It's insane. It's so exciting though. So happy. Oh, yay. Mary's going to be working with you the whole trip. Oh, that makes me so happy. Oh. Okay, let's go into the womb. As we're talking about Mary, we're going to go into the womb. Yeah, you're really stepping into your next role, like, deeply. stepping into this next role of yourself and why you're here. And it's very essential about being seen in your giftedness. Again, there's this sexual repression that is meant to leave and come into deep pleasure with life and with self. I'm not going to say that it's going to happen on the trip, but I can't say that it won't. But there's something about pleasure that's meant to come through. Ooh, there's like body tingles that are coming in right now as I'm talking about that. Wowza. Okay. Whew. Hot and heated. That's the energy. Like they just want you to experience. Okay. So on my trip, I also, how do I say this? On my trip, I did experience pleasure things. And it was very essential for me to learn that the body was such a necessary piece of pleasure. It was such a necessary piece of experiencing my wholeness. For a while, I had always pushed away people looking at my physical body and being like, my body is the least important and least fascinating thing about me. Like, if you're wanting to acknowledge me, acknowledge my soul, and acknowledge my mind. But on this trip, I had learned, wait a second, no, the body is such a gift as well to experience pleasure. The body is such the physical representation of the internal love, the internal art that I am. So there's something really deeply embodied, something really deep about the body, really deep about pleasure that you're also going to be experiencing on this trip. I had like little heart flutters, and that's all opening in the womb. Even if there might even be like a womb healing or something connected with the womb here. Going down into the root, opening that up. Ooh. There's some energy in the root that wants to release. It's almost like a hard shell or like a hard rock that I'm seeing. Oh, that makes me so happy, Katie. Release, love, release. There's like a hard rock that I'm feeling here in the, oh my gosh, it looks like a dragon's egg. But it needs to release. No longer needing to hold in certain things about even the body, but about like safety. No, you're very safe. Allow yourself to be safe and release this old wounding here that's accumulated, has calcified in your root. And now it's time to just push that out down through the hips, thighs, back of thighs, knees, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet into the earth, grounding down, and release that dragon's egg into the earth, allowing it to be planted into new safety and new life around and near you. They're showing it as like this little dragon's egg going into the earth, and it's blossoming as if it is like a little plant, like the top of a plant. And then all of a sudden, this baby dragon with this little like plant on the top of its head starts like flying around you. So you've released this old insecurity around safety and allowed it to be now something that is helping you feel safe. This little baby earth dragon that you're going to be cultivating and working with on this trip. Okay, so that's coming in here. Down through the hips, thighs, back of thighs, knees, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet, down into the earth, grounding down. Releasing in through your roots, connecting into the mycelium network. Down into the crystalline core. We're going to bring some more water down, holy water flowing, water fountain, waterfall going down through your crown, third eye, throat, heart, veins, arteries, plasma body, electron body, solar, A lot moving in the solar. Sacral. Root. Hips. Thighs. Back of thighs, knees. Back of knees, shins, calves. Ankles, feet, down into the earth, grounding down, release. Just let this current flow through you, this currency of abundance, this currency of everlasting life, this currency of unconditional love, this currency of peace and compassion, this currency of safety and enjoyment, this currency of pleasure. Let it all flow through you. As you're realigning the cohesion in your energy field and your nervous system, allowing you to feel so safe, sane, and protected, so loved and adored by the heavens and the earth and everything in between, because you are such a gift to this planet and to this earth. Good. Just let your energy flow, resting in love. All the way down to the crystalline core, illuminating the core and sending this energy up and around through the fresh springs of consciousness, bringing this beautiful divine Christed energy, crystalline energy up through the fresh springs of the earth as we drink the water of Gaia. We drink the water of the Christed codes. So thank you for the work that you're doing, and I'm grateful to work with you. Sending this energy all the way back up through your roots, feet, ankles, shins, calves, knees, thighs, hips, root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye, and crown, all the way up into the heavens, allowing this to be your truth if it feels right to you, and bringing this energy all the way back down and around you. And so it is. Releasing any last energy that doesn't serve you, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate y'all. Bringing unconditional love into every cell of your body, illuminating from the inside out, appreciating the love, the joy, the peace, the bliss, the honor of being alive here in this present moment. I see you, I love you, I honor you. We're going to bring some golden light energy all around your aura, keeping you safe, sane, and protected. Abundance all the way through you and into the collective conscious field. Take a deep breath in. Your energy is yours, and my energy is mine. And so it is. And so it is. There you go, beautiful soul. Thank you so much for the gifts. I appreciate you, beautiful soul. Let me know how you're feeling, Astrid. That was such a beautiful session. I'm so happy for you. It literally just feels like you're going to go on such a similar journey as to what I just went on my retreat. There's a lot of openings through the solar, the throat, the heart. I mean, all of it, the whole channel. But you're going to definitely get some throat and solar upgrades. But that's beautiful. All right, next up we have Katie. Katie in the chat. Katie in the chat. Katie, where did you send again, love? What was that? Ooh, that was so beautiful. Yes, it was so beautiful, wasn't it? It was so beautiful. Why'd the music stop? Oh. Oh. It didn't stop, but it says it's paused. Hello, welcome in on YouTube. Thanks for being here. I took a shower at the Planet Fitness yesterday. First time taking a shower at the Planet Fitness. I had to do it. We didn't have any running water here. And it was a good experience. I brought my mom there because she really needed a shower. We got to do it together. But when I'm in the van, that's where I'm going to be showering most of the time. So it was kind of a good experience to do it. All right. Boundaries in all areas. I'm getting so tired. Oh, yes, Katie. Oh, yes, love. So this is a 15-minute session. We're going to be doing boundaries as well as just working with that energetic burnout or tiredness. I think I'm gonna go use the bathroom, put on deodorant before I get back. Again, grateful you guys aren't near me. This type of work, I get sweaty real quickly. Anyway, I'll be right back. This may be really heavy. That's okay. I love a good heftiness. I love a good depth, right? That's why we do this. I'll be right back, you guys. Down Highland Point. All right, I'm back. I'm back, you guys. Thanks for hanging around. It's good to see ya. Let's see if I missed anything. All right. Katie, if you have anything else that you want to say, let me know before we get started. If not, we'll tune in and we'll just experience it together. Make sure you guys are drinking lots of water if you're in here with us. Thanks for being here. It's a grand old time. Let me get my energy ready. We'll get started. I totally understand what you do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do one-on-one calls. You can go check out my link in bio, Tashi, if that's something you're interested in. Yeah, please check it out. All right, Katie, let's get started. Put a heart in the chat when you're ready. This is a 15-minute session. Anyone else that wants to hang around, please do. It's going to be good. I think a lot of us can learn from this one because we often will overgive. This is something I had to learn real hard on this last trip, something I'm still learning. So let's see what comes up. Hand on heart, hand on belly. Let's take a deep breath in together. Absolutely, I love that. Katie, there's this energy of depletion. But as I'm seeing this energy of depletion or pouring from an empty cup, I also see it as a fallacy. Like it's almost like an inner illusion. This is very interesting how this is coming across. Because they're showing that you have this hello, welcome in. You have this overflowing, everlasting, unconditional love that's constantly pouring into you and giving back to you. But there's a part of you that's not allowing yourself to receive it. They're showing everything in life is allowed to be received, but we'll often hold ourselves back, one, because we're not in tune with receiving, or we don't believe that we deserve receiving. They're saying it's not necessarily always going to be the way that you give is the way that you're going to receive. It's not always going to be someone doing a sound healing on you is the only way that you're going to be able to receive back. There's small moments of time that you're really, really meant to give to yourself. Even when, say, you get out of a session and you're doing all of this healing and all of this, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. And I can feel all of your heart just like pouring out. One thing they're saying right now is make sure that when you're pouring out of your heart, when you're giving, that it's not just from you as a human, because that's depleting. As a human, we are very limited beings. When you're connected with your spiritual sovereignty, you understand that there's a constant stream of light pouring through you and out of you. And it gives you more capacity to be able to give from that frame instead of just your human reference. So that's the first thing that I want to say here is it's really important to know where you're pouring out of. It's not necessarily the human part. The human part is just the physical representation of what the divine is moving through you. So that's important first. And then while the divine is giving you this light, it's giving you this love, make sure that that is coming into you first. That you're feeling full here, and then the overflow is what you give. Because you're not going to want to give from an empty heart, because that's just so depleting. You'll want to give from your overflow, the overflow of unconditional love that is poured through you. So every time you heal, you're healing yourself and you're giving back to yourself first. That's essential. Okay, so that's the first thing that I'm seeing. I noticed over here on YouTube there is some questions. I will look at those in a minute. So in the heart, there is this interesting energy of restricting receiving. You've been filtering, which makes sense because there's been times where you have received in your heart and it has been painful. And you've just been like, nah, I'll just not receive then. And so a part of you has really just been like, nope, it's just for me to give, not for me to receive. Genuinely, truly, I understand this. Really understand this. And I've been learning this on my own as well. So as I'm channeling for you, I'm receiving this for myself first and then giving it to you as well, right? So I'm not being depleted. They want you to open this guard, this filter that you've had around your heart. So it's really interesting that that you even said boundaries was the thing that you were looking to achieve from the session, and we'll go into boundaries in its own way. But they're saying actually sometimes you're a little overly guarded. You are holding a lot of boundaries. And in that allotted guardedness, not as much is able to come in. So it's almost the opposite of boundaries. We want to actually let go of some of that over guardedness so that you can receive, so that you can feel, so that you can feel loved and replenished at all times. So that's just the first thing I want to say to you. So let's open up that guard. It's good for you to notice. Be aware of it. And what we'll do after this, because there's something that's happening in the conscious field right now, is we're letting go of old guards that are built from a wounded place, and we're adding in new guards. So here's the thing, and I'll let your nervous system relax, that while you're letting go of this guard, we'll put a new experience around it. It's not going to be as guarded, but it's still going to allow you to feel safe and protected in your heart. Okay, so let your nervous system relax and know it's okay. It's okay. I'm just going to open that up and just release these fractals, because part of your guard right now is shoving shards of glass basically in your heart. Anytime you're receiving, there's like this, the sharpness, right? Hello, Phoenix, welcome in. Just pull out those shards. They aren't needed here anymore. You don't need to be in pain whenever you receive love from someone. Let those go. It's okay. Good. So we're going to bring in some unconditional love to come in and kind of cure some of these wounds here in the heart. Crystalline energies coming in and stitching up parts of the heart that need to be stitched up. And what it's also going to do is create a new energy in the heart altogether, where it feels even stronger than before. Okay? Let those shards go. You can fully let them go. What we're going to do now is bring in a different set of energetic boundary, and what that's going to be is a lot bigger. It's going to be crystalline in nature. It's going to look like a 64 tetrahedron, so it's sacred geometry formation around the heart. It is also energetically see-through, so that you're able to witness the energy that's coming through and allow it to penetrate into your heart. But it's also a filter. So any energy that is coming into your heart is instantly filtered into unconditional love or higher. So that's the energetic protection we're going to put around your heart now, instead of this guard of not receiving. But what happens with this field is it's very neutral, but when you want, you're able to really tune into magnetism here and allow that magnetism to come in without pain. So now I want you to feel into your heart, I am worthy of receiving good things. I am worthy of receiving love from others. I am worthy of receiving such pleasure in my body. Now feel that coming into you with such grace, with such love, and let that just pour into you as you're overflowing with unconditional love and everlasting life. Feel that coming in a different energy, pouring into self. So this is something that I want you to work on, is learning how to pour into self deeply, because there's not always going to be an opportunity. I mean, there might be, but there's not always going to be an opportunity every single time after a session that someone else is going to be able to work on you and give back to you. You're really going to have to be able to take care of full self. And one way that I suggest this, when you're getting home from a session or whatever, I want you to lay in your bed. I want you to lay horizontal. Feel the bed giving back to you love. Feel the bed sending this frequency of love up into your chakras and holding you. The bed is giving to you. It was made for you. We don't always have to have earth beings or animals or things like this give back to us. Sometimes it's objects. But objects are also a part of soul. It is also a part of God. So when you're able to really tune in to the deep, subtle sensations of God energy through objects, you're able to constantly receive. When I'm sitting in this chair right now, I love this chair. Look how beautiful it is. It's nice and green. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to receive from it. I'm going to receive stability. I'm going to receive life. I'm going to receive such love that this chair loves me because I love it. That's giving and receiving. But in this moment, I'm just letting it come into me. Thank you, chair, for giving back to me. Thank you. Right? It gives to self. Because we're consciously aware of what we're allowing ourselves to receive. But if we're closed off to that receiving, we're not going to receive. Right? The small things like that, making a daily practice of learning how to receive from small things, even if you have plants. If you have plants in your life, allowing them to give to you. Water, drinking water consciously, letting that give back to you. Receiving starts small. We have to learn how to start small so that then we can go into those bigger steps of receiving from others, and then receiving massive healings, and then receiving, physical pleasures that feel really good to our body. There's all of these steps, but it's baby steps. Because when we've closed ourselves off from receiving, it's going to take small moments. Get comfortable with those small moments of receiving daily activities. Even give to yourself by buying flowers. These are ways of receiving. Yes, it is giving to self, but you have to give and receive. That is the balance of life. So after you're done giving, give back to self. Water, food, bed, comfort, animals, plants, bath, shower, whatever it is, make sure you're taking care of self. Okay, so that's what I'm going to say about that. And as I know you are also tired, this is why that bed analogy is really coming in, because when you're consciously able to connect with your bed, it's able to give back to you. When you're tired and you're able to just lay there, you allow that tiredness to sink into the bed, and it gives back to you this comfort, this relaxation, this new life. Working with every single object as a quantum thing allows everything around you to be magical and mystical and life-giving. So that's what I want to say about that. I really liked this one. This was really good. This is really good. So we're opening up that heart a bit more. We're going to just open up the lower channels through the solar, sacral, and root, going through hips, thighs, back of thighs, knees, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet, down into the earth. Receive the unconditional, everlasting life, overflowing unconditional love out through your heart space. Allow that to be constant through you, because you have the Word of God within you, which is God. You are a physical vessel of God consciousness. You are constantly receiving just by existing, just by being present in your body. So start to be open to all that receptivity. And again, with that filter around your heart, allows you to not just receive everything, like negative things, but just the things you choose to consciously be receiving from. That's important. Okay? All right, opening this just a bit deeper. We have one more minute here, a couple more minutes actually. We're just going to bring down just a bit more of that light, down through crown, third eye, throat, heart, filling the heart, overflowing the heart with unconditional love through the veins, arteries, plasma body, and electron body, allowing that to illuminate your soul, being so filled up with love. We're saying maybe drink tea after this to feel the warmth in your body. That's a way of giving back to self. That's a way of receiving. Down through the solar, sacral, root, hips, thighs, back of thighs, knees, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet, down into the earth, grounding down, all the way down through your roots, down to the crystalline core, sending this energy up and around through human consciousness as we all learn together how to do this, because I'm learning right alongside of you, and I'm so grateful for this message. Up through your roots, feet, ankles, shins, calves, knees, thighs, hips, root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye, and crown, all the way up into the heavens, allowing this to be your truth if it feels right to you, and bringing this energy all the way back down and around you. And so it is, you beautiful Katie soul. All right, releasing any last energy that doesn't serve you, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow. Bringing unconditional love into every cell of your body, illuminating from the inside out, appreciating the love, the joy, the peace, the bliss, the honor of being alive here in this present moment. I see you, I love you, I honor you. Golden light energy all around your aura, keeping you safe, sane, and protected. Abundance all the way through you and into the collective consciousness field. As we all shift together, take a deep breath in. Your energy is yours. My energy is mine. And so it is. And so it is, beautiful. Let me know how you're feeling. I really enjoyed that session. I hope you received something from it. All right, next up we have Jamie. Do we have Jamie in the chat? I see you, Jamie. I know you there. Where did you send in again, love? That makes me so happy. The word of God, the words that we speak, right? Venmo. I will do whatever you wanna. I will do whatever you wanna. No, 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 no. Okay, they're wanting me to send. Oh wait, maybe I could do it. Maybe I could do it. Maybe I could do it. Send code. Let's see. Is it gonna come up on here? I am doing late codes. Thanks for being here, you guys. Thanks everyone. They want me to send a code to my phone to enter Venmo. So just let me know. Just let me know, Jamie, if this is a 15-minute session or a 25-minute session. Sorry, you guys. It's always Venmo. It's always Venmo. Appreciate it though. Grateful for it. Okay, 15. Do you have any intentions for this session, Jamie? I feel like it's been a minute that we worked together. It's been a minute that I've worked with a lot of people because I've been out and about, but grateful to be back. Grateful to be here. It has. It really has. Woo, ringing in the ear. That feels like a sign. Let me know if there's anything specific you want to work on, love. Woo, excellent. Spirit-led session. So again, anyone else that is in here, you guys can receive the secondary energy codes to all of these healings. Enjoy Astrid. Have a great trip. I'm excited to hear more about it. Make sure to DM me or email me information if you want. That's always an option. All right, let's get into it, Jamie. Beautiful. Let's get into it. Put a heart in the chat when you're ready, Jamie, and we'll get started. Oh, a little yellow heart. Put a hand on heart, put a hand on belly. Let's take 3 deep breaths in together. Take a deep breath in. There was a bee that just flung next to my ear and buzzed on the left side. Okay, so the first thing that I saw was, like, as soon as we breathed in together, as soon as we breathed together, okay, anyways, you went up into your, like, galactic version of self, and I saw you with this, like, a lot of armor and this sword common theme, and you were just, like, in this galactic state. I don't know, it was very interesting. It's, like, very much like you're here energetically transmitting, but you're still very much in the astral. And but they're saying it's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm trying to figure out what they're wanting of you from that. But I did feel a lot from the heart. Galactic Warrior. I just keep hearing Galactic Warrior. And you're wearing all of this crystalline armor. There's something here with the sword. The sword is encoded in light language. There's light language. Sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. Word, light language, light language. Something about light language. Are you speaking light language? Yes, saw them come in. If you're not, or if you're going to be either writing it or speaking it. This is something that's coming in for you very strong. Yes, many different ones. Okay, yes, yes, yes. They're wanting you to write it if you can. There's something about that and like writing it. They're almost showing me writing it on trees or writing it on rocks and then like throwing the rocks. It's a way of doing grid work. Woo, that's strong. And I feel that, and I need to do that. I feel called to do that as well. What are they wanting me to see in this higher version of you? I'm going to just bring this a little bit down more because I need to be a bit more embodied to know this information. So we're going to bring this galactic version. You've been writing on your body. Oh, I love that so much. Are you kidding? This is so cool. Okay, coming down through your crown, third eye, throat. Oh, there's a lot in the heart. There's something in the heart. Ugh. Come into the heart. There's a part of that soul that doesn't want to go into the heart. There's a part of your higher self that doesn't want to drop in because of the density. Just be uncomfortable with the density for a second. There's a bit of movement in the spine that's happening as well. Dropping down through the solar. They're showing me pickles. Solar, something in the solar plexus, the stomach, something about pickled energies is going to be good for you. Even pickled onions, weird, but cool, awesome. Okay, going down. Go into the womb. They said womb quake, like an earthquake, but a womb quake. And going down to the root. Itchy hands, healer hands activating. Going down to the root. It's like I want to hold my breath when I'm down here, which is interesting. Really use that diaphragmatic breathing. Really open. It is totally safe for you to be in your higher self, in your physical body. I'm feeling a lot in the diaphragm. Okay, stay grounded. We're going to go down through the hips. Oh my gosh, itchy hands so much. Hips, thighs, back of thighs. Ooh. Knees, back of knees. Ooh. Shins, calves. Ankles, feet, pushing down into the earth, grounding down. Visualize those roots extending deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. For some reason, they want me to put this bracelet on from France. Grounding. They're saying physical grid work. In order to do a lot more physical grid work, we really need you to be embodied. We really need you to be in your root. Because it allows you to be very energetically sensitive with the density. And it allows you to then experience a counteracting density. So if we're just experiencing all of these light codes up here and we're getting this information, sometimes it's not as accurate to what's actually happening down here. It's as if your light language is going to get more precise specifically in harmonics, like harmonizing the energy of density down here. But you have to be present with the density. Really relaxing the root, really relaxing the womb and the solar. Solar, womb, and root is what you're going to be working on. I want you to feel kind of this weight coming down from your root chakra, or feeling gravity pulling you down. Your hips are also activating here. Your hips have a lot of trauma in them that are wanting to release, like your butt muscles, gluteus maximus, is wanting to be worked, because we'll actually hold a lot of tension in our glutes or traumas. And when I was also feeling down the back of your legs, so there's also a lymphatic drainage that wants to happen out of the back of your legs. That's going to actually help you be embodied. Because if we're not embodied, we're not flowing the way that we want to. And so our lymphatic system is going to kind of hold. They're even saying like water weight that could happen in the legs, or like puffiness, swelling, inflammation in the legs. Womb is pulsing. I have been not want to feel this, so that makes sense. Yes. Oh, yes. Vibration plate will help with lymphatic drainage. That's awesome. I forgot that I have one. I'm going to use that. I'm going to write that down. I forgot that I have one. It's downstairs. I need to use that. Wow. Because I can feel that in my body, also needing a little bit of that release of the lymphatic system. Specifically, again, the glutes and the back of the legs. So even doing like a stretching is going to be very helpful and beneficial to that. I'm feeling a lot of inflammation also around your ankles right now as energy is moving down. If you feel called to just like touch your feet or touch the bottom of your feet, that can also like help pulse some energy downwards. And they're wanting you to almost intertwine, come in and out of consciousness with your higher self and your human self. 100% human, 100% divine. They're wanting you to feel that galactic armor, that galactic glow, that galactic energy, warrior frequencies around you and here with you now. It's very interesting because while we're feeling this, I feel this hot and cold energy coming through my legs and through my body. So it's like the cooling energy of the higher consciousness and the hot, inflamed energy of the lower body. They're neutralizing each other as we speak. And you're coming into neutrality or observation, but strong neutrality is essential first. So it's very interesting. I can feel almost like your energetic resistance, but I can also feel you being like, okay, I know I need to be here though. But I can feel a little bit of this like, this is uncomfortable. Get me out of here. Like I can feel part of you going into your, so most of the time if you're in your body, you're like at the mid heart and up. So now it's really the low heart and down, which is a lot more of that trauma work. But they're saying it's not about doing necessarily deep shadow work. It's about integrating the light into the darkness, or integrating the light into those lower spheres, and allowing the light to illuminate and instantly purge. Like it's as if purging and shadow work is going to be a lot quicker for you. It's not something as if you need to like go back into deep memories, but it's just this instant knowing that you're allowed to be present in your lower field. You know, you're just allowed to be present, and it's safe, and it's okay, and it's allowed. I keep feeling this like hot and cold energy in your body. It's really interesting. I know this is like the deep embodiment work. It's the deep embodiment work that we've been talking about. Oh, it's uncomfortable. I know it is, Jamie. I know. Stay there, be there, and the longer you can do this, and I'm gonna say to you, it's gonna be so natural for you to bounce back up once we're out of this. And in your daily, subconscious mind, you're probably gonna go back up. What is essential about this is that you know how to come back down. And the more that you come back down and you stay in your body, the more it's going to train your nervous system that it's okay to be present in your body. It's okay to be safe here. It's okay to be alive. It's okay to be 100% divine in your 100% humanness. And those two are going to intertwine, and that's going to create unity consciousness within your field. That's going to create harmony in your field. That's going to change the world around you. But it's going to take time. It's a muscle. It's a muscle that we build to come embodied. Drop down. Be present here and now. Be in the uncomfort. Be in the density. Do something about it, right? You're going to be learning that. So anytime you notice, I'm drifting off, appreciate it for a second. Give yourself the time and space to be there. But then when you're ready, come back down. I'm dropping down. You can always use energetic weights. Those can always help. Feeling energetic weights pulling you down into earth, grounding with gravity, connecting with earth, being present there. Beautiful. Thank you for the gifts, you guys. And that's, I feel like, what this session is about for you today. And it's really interesting. It's a really, really weird feeling. Specifically in my hips and my legs, there's such a weird feeling of like, I can tell you want to drift off. I can tell you're just like, get me out of here. The longer you can be here, the easier it's going to get. Sometimes it's physically touching the body to allow you to be present. So even that's a cue for your body. Yes, 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 yes. I'm so glad you're doing that movement. Even like doing that embodiment work, doing that somatic work, sometimes you're going to feel you're drifting off and then just tap back in. I'm here. This is my body. We're okay. We're safe. We're alive. I'm present. I'm feeling it. Good. All right. Bringing some more light down through your crown, third eye, throat, heart, solar, sacral, root, hips, thighs, back of thighs, knees, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet, down into the earth, grounding down, working with those roots, connecting all the way down to the crystalline core. Wrap your roots around the core. Just stay connected here. Feel that. Bringing this energy up and around as we all are staying embodied and grounded as we speak. Bringing this energy back up to your roots, feet, ankles, shins, calves, knees, thighs, hips, root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye, and crown, all the way up into the heavens, allowing this to be your truth if it feels right to you. And bringing this energy all the way back down and around you, feeling so grounded, feeling so embodied, relaxing your hips and letting yourself love every second of this life. Releasing any last energy that doesn't serve you, letting it go, letting it flow. Letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow. Bringing unconditional love into every cell of your body, illuminating from the inside out, appreciating the love, the joy, the peace, the bliss, the honor of being alive here in this present moment. I see you, I love you, I honor you. Bringing golden light energy all around your aura, keeping you safe, sane, and protected. Bringing abundance all the way through you and into the collective consciousness field as we all shift together. Take a deep breath in. Your energy is yours. Oh, wait. Your energy is yours. My energy is mine. And so it is. And so it is. There you go, beautiful soul. You are so welcome. Let me know how you're feeling. Mwah. That was such a beautiful session. I really enjoyed that. So beautiful. These sessions have just been so wonderful today. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. I will do whatever you wanna. Jessica in the chat. Jessica, where did you say? Oh, there it is. Do you have any intentions today? Your face is hot. Ah, that makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. It's interesting that your face is hot though, but it does make sense. You can always use physical cooling agents because that helps you actually be embodied to connect with the physical body. So like even if you just put like a cool pack on your face or something, it's going to help calm down your energetic system and be like, okay, it's safe. It's safe, nervous system, to be in my body. It's safe to be here. You can relax out of that inflammation. Yeah, beautiful. Yay, so grateful we got to do that together. All right, intuitive session for Jessica. Is this our first session back? I think it might be. I could be wrong. Am I wrong? Is this our first session since I've been back? How are you, love? All right, let me get my energy ready. Make sure you guys are drinking lots of water. We're moving a lot of energy. Hello, welcome in. Thank you so much for everyone over on YouTube. I do appreciate y'all. Thank you, Abby. Thank you for being here. Oh, you're so adorable, Abby. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Oh my gosh, I love that you always mention when it's Venus Day. It is a good Venus Day. It is a great Venus Day to be alive. I'm so happy to have my heart open. Aphrodite is here with us, y'all. Venus, it's such a beautiful time to be alive. It's been a ride, but it's great. It really is. It really is. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm gonna get my energy ready and we'll get started. We'll go a little bit into the collective after this since we only did 4 sessions today because I also never mentioned the words of the day. Retweet. Abby, I'm so happy you're here. It makes me happy. It makes my heart happy. We got some words of the day that are coming up later. Oh my gosh, the hair. Okay, come on, girl. Get it together. Get it together. Get it together. It's okay. All right, let's get into it. Venusians came through in a session yesterday for you, New Star Family Links. I love that for you. I love that for you. I feel very connected in my human body, connected to Venusians. Like my human experience feels very Venus like. But like my galactic soul, I mean it also feels Venus like, but it's a little bit more out there. Anyways, all right, Jessica, put a heart in the chat when you're ready and we'll get started. Again, anyone else in this collective can receive the secondary energy codes of all of these healings. Hand on heart, hand on belly. We'll take 3 deep breaths in together. Take a deep breath in. Good morning, Grand Rising. So the first thing that I saw, very interestingly, was a baby Binky. So I don't know if you're wanting more kids or something like that, but then they said baby dragon. So I'm like, okay, is this like an energy thing of like a new dragon frequency coming into your field, like this new energy that you're working with, that you're cultivating? It could be even working with kundalini frequencies. Something about that came up. Then I saw corn. Corn is the energy of abundance, but corn is also like comfort food and things like that. Um, and then I saw camping, and like underlying theme of all of it was like camping and being out in nature and experiencing just like downtime with your family, allowing things to slow down for a second and just appreciating it. I'm also seeing lack mentality in partner in finances that needs to be like energetically addressed. It can feel limiting to you. Time off is very necessary. It is not all about work. Something about him and that. Everyone is stable and everyone is taken care of. There's food on the table and there's love in the heart. There is time that needs to be stepped aside from regular routine. There needs to be a moment where you guys get to collaborate in nature. I know, that's what I'm feeling here. And I'm feeling it also feels like there's not enough time for the relationship, right? There's not enough time for family. Work they're saying working to death is not a way to live. He's got to move out of that mentality. And maybe I'm just here to affirm or speak back to what you've probably already said to him. But I'm here to validate that frustration maybe that you're already feeling of like, hey, we need more time together as a family. We need more time together as partners. And also you need time to stop working. So there's something about allowing him to experience the abundance of camping. But I'm curious about the but. That's something that I'm just feeling in your field. I'm curious. I'm seeing watermelon. Something really deeply here in the root chakra, which is what you're opening up. Absolutely, absolutely. And I think that's really, really beautiful. I don't know why that's coming up. It is just coming up. And I think that is really important for you to not necessarily step in and like tell him what to do, but give him the free will to do what he wants to do, right? But there is something about needing family time this summer, camping together, watermelon, corn, hot dogs, fun. That's just the first thing that's coming up here. Very interesting. Um, and again, coming back to that baby dragon energy or that binky, they were just showing me a binky. Something that you're cultivating within. And they're showing me back to the river. They're showing me back to the river. You have a lot of visions in the river. Working with the river, doing healings in the river. This is something that's becoming very real. And I want you to genuinely sit down with yourself, look up rivers near you, go to a river, do a self healing, do some sort of sound healing, something like this, where you feel like this is some place that you could actually bring people to do healings. Because this is something I've seen in your field for over probably years now, because we've worked together for a minute. Keep seeing you doing healings in rivers, which is funny because one of the things on here on my words of the day is river. But it's like genuinely taking those steps, being accountable with yourself to actually connect with that work, not being afraid. But when you're also out there in nature and when you're in a river, there's something so freeing about allowing your wild spirit to come out that is really, really necessary for you. And there's also something really necessary of you being seen in that wilderness, like having a client there with you. Katie in this group, this collective, has really inspired me with doing sound healings in rivers. It's been literally invigorating my soul. It's been so inspiring. But I've seen you do this type of work for years now, And it's time to bring it to reality. It's time to bring it to reality. And then they're showing me camping again. There's something that's going to activate you if you go camping with your family. That's going to allow you to be seen maybe in your like natural habitat of like outdoors. Or there's almost going to be this interesting strife of like really learning how to be outdoors. Something about that. It's very interesting. A lot of outdoor energy here. And then they're showing me the ocean, so a lot of water, working with water. It's a lot of heart opening energy here as the holy water coming in, flushing out the old system. Good. New plasma energy coming into your body. And the old energy is flushing out. You might have to go use the bathroom after this because there's old water flushing out. Consciously drinking water right now is important as well. Stabilizing your physical water. Stabilizing your plasma. Something about this. They're showing me Merlin. If you have any insight on Merlin, anyone in this collective, please let me know. Merlin has been in my field like crazy. I've been trying to figure it out, but he's so coded in my field. Like he has all these spells around him, and I'm like, I don't understand. There's something about you working with Merlin. Merlin is very magical, works a lot with like inner earth beings, works with nature a lot. Merlin's going to be coming in and working in your field. Oh, I'm so glad you're here, Ella, then. I'm so glad that this is for you. Very ancient wizard. Okay. Something about wizardry. I mean, your guides are always so funny because they love pushing me, trying to figure out things by giving me just small fractals of information, which I love. I love working with your guides. Like you teach me a lot through your guides. Something here in the solar plexus. Again, I mean, we're always constantly working on allowing self to be seen, opening up that confidence, going down to the womb. Women's circles, I'm seeing you like, I'm also seeing, this is really interesting, but I'm seeing you free bleed. This is very intentional, like free bleeding, wearing a dress and just like walking on earth all day and just like free bleeding. Wow, that's like really intimate. It's a very intimate experience with nature. Your relationship with nature is increasing exponentially. It's you're gaining a lot of interpersonal connection with nature, but you have to go connect with it, and it's calling you really deeply. I know they do the same to you. I know. I mean, it's meant to be. What's your life path number again? Every day I've been connecting more and more. I love that. I love that. I love that. I can feel like you already have a really strong connection. It's gonna get deeper. It's gonna get greater. Same with me. It's meant to get deeper. Of course you're 11. I was wondering. I was like, I wonder if she's I'm trying to remember if she's like an 11 or a 33. That makes so much sense then that it's so much more coded because the 11s, 22s and the 33s are the ones that kind of have already completed these cycles, so when they come back it's a bit harder. This is why they only give you small fractals. Because they're teaching you, they're teaching me, I mean they're teaching us all, but wow, that makes a lot of sense. So coded. So I'm just opening up your field. They just keep showing me just wanting you to open up a bit more to your giftedness on a daily not, I mean you're already doing it on a daily basis, but like I don't know, they just keep showing like more. There's more for you to do, there's more for you to see, there's more for you to experience. Don't limit yourself to just your home. They very much keep wanting you to like go places, and like even just going to a park, or like going to a local river, going to a local coffee shop, like something that they just keep wanting you to go places, like get out of your routine a bit, because getting out of your routine allows you to change reality, because it allows you to change your routine for something different. They're showing me coffee beans, working with coffee as a grounding agent, but also as a cleansing agent. Coffee also is associated with abundance, I think. Going deeper and deeper, yes. Feeling a lot of movement here in the root chakra. It's like your physical reality is literally shifting near you and beneath you. Again, from the beginning of the session, something about allowing that abundant energy to come through. You need to hold that resonance. Do not be subjected to the lack mentality. Anyways, bringing more light down through the crown, opening this up, down through the third eye. Again, Merlin's here. So work with Merlin and tell me what's going on, because I need to learn too. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm also seeing a lion, but the lion like from Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe, like what's his name? Aslan. Opening the throat a bit deeper. As I'm opening the throat, I'm seeing this lion like roaring, like there's this very wild energy which is coming forward for you in nature. Wilderness. I want you to just even meditate on the word wilderness for the next couple days and see what comes up for you, because there's something about that. Especially since you're a life path 11, you've already kind of mastered earth, but there's something you're meant to really bring up in this lifetime about earth and about being human and about being wild and about the natural state of human beings and being so present with humanity. Being present and being around other people is very important for you. Again, they're showing me a coffee shop. And that might be like so like out of a norm for you. You're like, well, that doesn't seem very reasonable. Like coffee is like what, $6 or something like that, right? Like this is what I'm hearing in my head is like that doesn't seem reasonable. It's not about the reasoning, it's about the energy. It's about you exploring and opening self. Okay, anyways, opening this up a bit deeper. I know we're at time. We're going to open the heart a bit deeper. Going down to solar, opening. Okay, understood. I don't know why they keep showing me coffee. Maybe there's even someone you'll meet there, or like, or even like something you'll see on like their board. Maybe you'll see something that's like community event, and it's maybe something you're meant to do. Volunteering. I don't know. Something about all of this is it's very rooted, very grounded, but being seen, being around people. Even going to Pride. That's its own other thing. We don't have to talk about that, but going through hips, thighs, back of thighs, knees, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet down into the earth, grounding down, rooting, bringing this light all the way through you. Again, there is some lymphatic drainage that does also need to come through your legs. So if you do have a vibrating plate or some sort of stretching, some sort of somatics that can release out of the back of your legs, that's going to be really important. Going down through your roots, connecting with the tree of life, down all the way down to the crystalline core, bringing this light all the way through to the crystalline core, sending this up and around to earth consciousness as we all shift together. Bringing this energy all the way back up through your roots, feet, ankles, shins, calves, knees, thighs, hips, root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye, and crown, all the way up into the heavens, allowing this to be your truth if it feels right to you. And bringing this energy all around you. And so it is. Releasing any last energy that doesn't serve you, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow. Bringing unconditional love into every cell of your body, illuminating from the inside out, appreciating the love, the joy, the peace, the bliss, the honor of being alive here in this present moment. I see you, I love you, I honor you. Golden light energy all around your aura, keeping you safe, sane, and protected. Abundance all the way through you and into the collective consciousness field as we all shift together. Take a deep breath in. Your energy is yours. And my energy is mine. And so it is. And so it is. There you go, beautiful soul. I hope you received that with so much love. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, so we're coming back to the collective session after those sessions. Let me know how you're feeling, Jessica, after that. I just love working with your guides. They just make me chuckle and laugh at the way that they communicate. They're just kind of funny. Anywho, guys, this has been great. It's great to be alive. Thank you for another day of being present and being embodied and being in your body and being here and being alive. Let me talk about the words of the day because I didn't say them earlier. What time do you normally start lives? I start normally at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to about 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So come hang out. It's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at that time. So beautiful. Words of the day: changes, being seen, suave, currency, floating down the river, drag or camp, compassion, and companionship. Really weird words, like they're all over the place here. I actually had to like look up what suave means. Like it came up. All totally relevant. I know, right? What does suave mean? I feel like I know what it means, but it's like I don't even know how to spell that. Suave. Oh, someone who is charming, elegant, and confident in social situations. In social situations. Oh my gosh, I love this. This word is frequently used to describe a smooth, polished demeanor, though it can sometimes carry a subtle connotation of insincerity or superficiality. I don't want to connect with that. I don't feel that it needs to be superficial. Someone who is charming, elegant, and confident in social situations. That's the energy that we're tuning into as so many of us are being asked to connect with social things more often. Being confident, right? Being charming, elegant. I love it. It's just so good. I use a lot of like charm work. Like when I'm in social situations, I want to be charming. So I do like ask to be charming, which is kind of fun. So that's really, it really does resonate. Suave. Wow. I'm so glad that I wrote that down and looked that up. Suave. I spelled it wrong, but the concept was still there. Suave, suave. So changes, being seen, suave, which makes sense. We're changing to allow ourselves to be seen. We're allowing ourselves to be seen in a charming, elegant way in social situations, which is allowing greater currency of life, of abundance, of interactions, a greater currency of all of that. And then currency going with floating down the river, allowing ourselves to just simply float into our abundance, to rest in this change, rest in all of the changes that are happening. And then it's very interesting that they said drag or camp. Camp is twofold. It can literally be camping, but it can also be like an old word for gay people. Camp. So there's something about drag here, which I always talk about God in drag, like we're just God in drag. Something about maybe even changing the way that you present yourself, kind of in that suave manner as well, like going into social situations, presenting very confident. Then we have compassion and companionship, which are very similar words. Compassion and companionship. There's something about companionship that is happening in society right now, that's happening in the Earth Collective, where we're really finding people that are compatible with our soul contract. That soul compatibility, instead of just finding people that are near us or in relativity to us, that don't actually serve us, but really finding people at that soul level, what it's doing is allowing energetic harmonics to create a world built off of unconditional love, built off of sincerity, built off of compassion, built off of realness. So that's very, very important right now, that we're making real connections, that it's not superficial, that it is very deep. Hello, welcome in. Good day. Good to see you guys. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. So that's just the energies. Those are the words of the day. Let's kind of tune in a little bit into the collective a bit more here. If you guys have any questions about anything, just let me know. We're just going to be tuning in, seeing what's coming through. I do have Yeshua coming in. Christed energy coming down through the spine. Christed empowerment, divine embodiment. Christed compassion. Compassion keeps coming up. Feeling that in the heart space, illuminating that crystalline energy in the heart. This is a live stream of healing and unconditional love, quantum shifting, changing reality through our self. Thanks for asking over there on YouTube. Feeling that in the heart space. Let that penetrate and move through the heart. Some of you guys are really being called to really work with the diaphragm. My brother was severely hurt last week. What can I and my family do to support him? That's a really beautiful question. So if you are into the energetics and the work of energetics, what I do suggest is you send love through your body and you visualize roots on the bottom of your feet as if you are a tree, and you consciously are bringing in this beautiful unconditional love that the divine gives to us. Bring it through your body all the way into earth, and in the earth I want you to visualize roots connecting from your rooted system into your brother's roots, because everyone has roots. We're all like trees of life. And visualize those roots connecting and just like holding on to his roots and send that love up to him. That's a really beautiful way energetically that we can love. It's a little bit different than kind of just praying. Praying can be very very mental, but this is very earthy, very physical. This is doing energy work. So that's something that you could do, but you could also pray. You could also, just send love through your mind or through your heart. There's many different ways that you can help assist energetically and all of that stuff. If you could go back into time, what is one piece of advice you would give to your 7th grade self? I would say, babe, you already know everything. Like, I wouldn't even need to give advice to myself. That's my unfortunate truth. I think that I did life exactly how I was meant to, but let's go back. 7th grade self. I don't know, have more fun. Maybe I would say join band. I would say join band. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to join band. He is unfortunately in a coma. It feels impossible to reach him, and quite said, okay, so that makes a lot of sense then. It's, especially if he is in a coma. I think that's the best way. Bruh. I think that would be the best way. Oh my gosh. No. I accidentally removed the wrong message. Sorry about that. There we go. Okay. Anyways, I do think that that's the best way, specifically if he is in a coma, because it's going to be more physical. It's going to be earth. And I have a feeling that he's going to be able to feel it. So just do what you can, right? Do what you can. Yay, I'm so glad you enjoyed that. What was I talking about? Oh, 7th grade self. Yeah, join band, have fun, experience harmony, learn how to read music. But everything else, I think, I did what I did what I could. I did what I could with the circumstances that were had. I don't think I would change anything. Yeah, I don't think I could. It's really funny because in seventh grade, we always had the question of, can music also help someone with in a coma? Yes, it can. Like even healing music, but any type of music. That's a very beautiful way of connecting with someone in a coma because they can still consciously hear it. Maybe their body isn't ready to come back into self yet, but let them experience what life is like again. When they can feel that life is worth living because of things like music, there is a way of waking up the soul. No, I've never watched Power Rangers. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, in seventh grade, I remember in English class, um, they had asked us who is the person that you look up to the most, and of course, I always said Jesus, right? That was always my first initial answer. But if I didn't say Jesus, it was always myself. I would always write down, I think that I look up the most towards myself, and I also look up the most towards the things that people in my life have done wrong. I've always been like this, y'all. Like, I've always been like this. I've learned the most from people's mistakes. I think as the youngest child of five and as the youngest grandchild of a lot, I've been able to just observe how everyone in my life has done things and be like, I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to do it a little bit different. Or I'm just learning from it. But again, I always used to write, no, I think I'm meant to do something completely different than anyone. I look up to me. I look up to the future version of me. I've been like this, man. It's wild, 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 wild. Wild. Because it's wild because I'm thinking, like, yeah, maybe I could be super affirming to myself back in seventh grade to be like, hey, it's okay to be you. It's okay to like women, whatever. But I don't think I could. Like, I think I still needed to not do that. I think for me, like, even if I was out in high school, it would have been way worse than the experience that I did have of like really suppressing that until I was ready to get out of the house. I think exactly what needed to happen happened. I wasn't super attached to anyone in high school or in middle school because I knew that I was meant for something bigger. And I've always been like that. So it's kind of wild. It's kind of wild. Anyways, let's see if there's anything else that wants to come through for the collective. No, they're just saying drink lots of water. I think that we did a lot of beautiful work today of really being embodied, really being grounded in self, really acknowledging how beautiful life is. So maybe I go from this and suggest that you be your biggest fan, the biggest person that you look up to. Allow it to be you today. Really look at yourself and look at how far you've come. Look at how beautiful you've grown. And maybe if you'd like, write a letter to your seventh grade self if that feels good to you. But if that doesn't feel good to you, that's fine too. So we'll close out here now. I'm going to release or bring some more light down, 1212 on the clock, down to your crown, third eye, throat. Aw, I'm so glad. That's so awesome that you teach seventh grade. Shout out to you. You're a baller. How do you know you're not talking to any evil energies when you do this? Genuinely curious. That's such a great question. That's a really great question. So one thing that I have learned in my practice, because I used to work a lot with a lot of negative energies subconsciously, I was very, I had a lot of dark energies and I was very aware of them. And it was very, very scary. And I tried to push myself away from it. And I was just trying, I was so scared of myself. Basically, I was like, what is happening? But I had to learn that the way to connect with beings is that I send a frequency of unconditional love to them. If they can accept that and send it back to me, that's someone that I'm going to work with. If I send an energy of unconditional love to someone and their energy runs away or it um, absorbs it and doesn't give it back, I'm not going to work with that being. That's just how it is for me. But if someone can have a general level of respect back to me with unconditional love, God is love, right? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And so even if there is like certain beings that other people have a lower consciousness view of them, let's say, for example, a huge being that people work with is Hakate. I was very nervous at first working with her because I didn't know there was a lot of negative egregorian energy around her about people's perceptions of her as a witch and all of these things. So at first I was a little bit hesitant, but I sent out that energy of unconditional love and she sent it back and I was like, okay, this is someone I can work with. But I still had to learn energetic boundaries with her. So like even even with those people that do share unconditional love, it's like I still have to learn what is right for me and what feels good for me to work with these people. Um, I feel like there was something else I wanted to say on that, but oh, some people, if they're not doing that work of sending unconditional love as their first frequency, they will connect with the lower consciousness of that being. So I'm working with Hakate in a higher frequency. Some people are also working with Hakate in a lower frequency where they are doing, dark negative magic with her. And she's okay with that. She's not judging anyone's frequency. Um, I'm specifically working with a higher version of self or a higher version of her. And that's the same thing with everything. Even people that work with Jesus. Some people work with the lower consciousness of Jesus and are using him to suppress and to manipulate and to cast judgment onto others. Some people, I think maybe me included, are working with him in a higher frequency of Christed consciousness and working through the lens of unconditional love, through the lens of the kingdom of heaven is within, right? We can always view any type of being wherever we're at. But I think that's why it's important to send that unconditional love first. May I ask why not just communicate with God, the creator? I do. I do. I really like working with absolute light. So that's what I work with the most is light. But the thing about working with other beings is they are almost an energetic translator. They're teachers of consciousness because they've been on earth before or they're experiencing lenses of consciousness. They just give us a different perspective. Because sometimes when we're connecting just with light, it's like, okay, cool, now what? Like, that's just unconditional love. And I'm so filled with that. And that's amazing. That's beautiful. But since I'm working a lot with teaching people how to connect with God, sometimes those beings that have worked with God energy for lifetimes and have been guides and teachers, they can help us. So that's the only thing. That's what I'd say to that. You're welcome. Knowing that the sun is the passage to death and therefore a death dealer, how do you not see that as negative? How do you not see the sun as negative? I think, again, we are always able to perceive everything from a negative lens if we allow ourselves to, if we want to. And that's totally valid for you. Just like with all of these beings that I'm working with, you can view them from a negative lens or you can view them from a positive lens. It is your perception that is necessary and is important. All of us have a different perspective on reality, and that is important. What I'm going to do, however, is not view the sun as negative because I view the sun as something that gives life. It is a direct physical representation of God consciousness, the light, the creator. But I also see that in each and every one of us, as we are all direct physical representations of God, light, creator within us, because the kingdom of heaven is within, because the word of God is within, and the sound of God is within, all of these things. You can always view something as negative if you like. You can always view something as positive if you'd like. And you can always view things as neutral if you'd like. That's my thoughts on that. So, anyways, I am going to be working again with absolute light, creator God, creator consciousness. But here's the thing about God and light is God is all. God is not just light. God is also darkness. God is the absolute everything. So if we're just trying to view God from one lens of either light or dark, we're missing half of the point. The other point is to understand that God is wholeness, that God is creating all. So that's my thoughts on that. But I am going to bring in light because this is a time of illuminating the darkness. We have been in a world that has been dominated by dark frequencies, even by the connection of God in old religions can be very dominated by darkness, even though there is fractals of light that spew through. But now is our time of really illuminating and feeling the Christed energy within, feeling the Christ consciousness within, and working with that. Okay? We're going to bring some beautiful divine light down to your crown, third eye, throat, heart, solar, sacral, root, hips, thighs, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet. There's some energy stuck in the calves in this collective. So massage out your calves if that feels good to you. We're going to bring this energy all the way down to your roots, all the way down to the crystalline core, wrapping your roots around the crystalline core, sending this energy up and around as we're all shifting together. Thank you for the questions, you guys. This is good to ask those questions and to be aware. We're creating a bridge in consciousness to have these conversations. It's really beautiful. Non-judgment is so beautiful. Bringing this energy back up through your roots, feet, ankles, shins, calves, knees, thighs, hips, root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye, and crown, all the way up into the heavens, allowing this to be your truth if it feels right to you, and bringing this energy all the way back down and around you, and so it is. I'm glad you're here, Ella. Releasing any last energy that doesn't serve you, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow. Thanks to everyone that's been here. I do appreciate you dearly. Bringing unconditional love into every cell of your body, illuminating from the inside out, appreciating the love, the joy, the peace, the bliss, the honor of being alive here in this present moment. I see you, I love you, I honor you. Golden light energy all around your aura, keeping you safe, sane, and protected. Abundance all the way through you and into the collective consciousness field as we all shift together. Take a deep breath in. Your energy is yours. My energy is mine. And so it is. There you go, beautiful collective. I will see you guys back here on Monday. If you missed some of the session, you can always go over to YouTube and watch it. 12:21 on the clock as we're finishing here. We are all just mirrored reflections of one another. I love you guys so much. Mwah. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Bye, YouTube.